Hey there, my friend Chad Reyes. I'm so excited to have you on the leadership table with Chad Reyes. We're going to have so much fun today. Today, we're going to challenge. I love when you take leadership and business and you put it together, and then you're able to build a brighter future. And today, I'm going to share with you about glue meetings, the secret ingredient to an effective team. Today, I'm going to share with you about what glue meetings are. But to do that, I need to share with you first about this system that we created called the Master Operating System. This came about because as we work with organizations, as we work with businesses, we recognize that there's 8 areas that every business deals with, every organization deals with, every ministry deals with. So I want to share with you these 8 areas. The first area is vision. The second area is language. And so vision is easy, right? Where we're going. But language is, what is the language that we use in our organization? Because everyone has different language. Every organization has different languages. And then when someone joins the team, they bring a language from outside into their company. So language is so key. And then systems, and then metrics, and then how do we develop people, and then issues, and then customers. But today we're going to talk about glue. Well, why is glue so important? So my question to you is, what do you believe glue to be? When I think of glue as the thing that keeps things together. If you take a piece of paper and you take another piece of paper and you put glue on one of them and you connect them, it puts them together. And glue is what keeps organizations and teams together. So I want to share with you how we use it, how we encourage other organizations to use it in our coaching business. See, the purpose of a glue meeting is to build connection, build purpose building, bring people together. So many organizations, they use meetings, and the meetings are designed to share, but there's really no outcomes for it. Let me tell you what a glue meeting is. I'm going to actually paint a picture of what we do when we're in our glue meetings. I'll have glue meetings with multiple different ones. I probably have about 7 to 10 glue meetings a week. Now, my wife and I, we own 4 companies. We own a generational planning firm that helps wealthy families transfer wealth. We own a leadership business coaching company. We have a not-for-profit that empowers youth with leadership principles. And then we have an AI training company and development of SaaS products. And what we do is we have a glue meeting for every company. So I'm just sharing with you how we use it because I think that'll help give context for how you can use the glue meeting. What we do is with the generational planning firm, Wealth and Legacy Group, I'll have a glue meeting every Friday with key leaders. Then we'll have a glue meeting later that day with our coaching company. Then I'll have a glue meeting on Monday with the AI company. So as you can see, I have a glue meeting with all the companies and the people that are responsible for the operations of it. But the next part of it is I also have glue meetings with people on the team that I need to be in contact with to help increase communication, to help encourage collaboration. You know, one of the things I think a leader is responsible for is to make sure that we're leading our people so they're going in a direction. But if they get too far off in the direction, we're always there to help make some course corrections. I'm not saying micromanage. What I'm saying is we want to be real. We want to lead and guide rather than control. So these glue meetings, what it allows me to do is every Monday night at 9:00, and that's 9 p.m., I have a glue meeting with one of our team members who leads our shared service marketing and PR team. And that Monday at 9:00, we're having conversations about what's happening in the shared service marketing model, what's going on, what are some of the struggles, what are the things that are working, things that I'd like to maybe see inside of that. And we have a conversation around it. And that's my opportunity to work with one of my leaders to say, hey, listen, how can we drive more effectiveness in our shared service marketing and PR model? I'll have a meeting with one of our other leaders at 5:15 on a Monday where we're having conversations. And that is with a gentleman on my team who's really responsible for a lot of the systems and technology integrations on how they all come together to make the organizations run more effectively, right? So that's a glue meeting. So if you're noticing, I'm having a glue meeting for the company, and then I'm having glue meetings with certain people on my team. I have a glue meeting at 9 a.m. every Monday. Now, it may sound like I'm having a lot of meetings, but realistically, I'm probably spending about 8 to 10 hours a week, maybe more than that, maybe 12 to 15 hours a week in these types of meetings to lead all my organizations. But then I'm empowering those people to lead their teams. And what I just want to encourage with you is, as a leader, as you want to be more effective, as you want to reach more people, as you want to make greater impact, how can you create glue meetings with key people to make sure that they're getting the time that they need with you, the clarity that they need from you, the guidance and the leadership and the direction, but where you're not micromanaging them, where you have to come in on every little decision. I know I used to do that. It was a terrible habit because I didn't know how to empower people and then empower them to run with it. But these glue meetings are so key, and I'll share with you some of the things that you want to do inside of a glue meeting, because leadership is not only about encouraging people, but leadership is also about giving them tools that they can use so that they can they can reach more of their potential. And what I want to encourage you to do is build glue meetings into your organization. Have the ability to put a glue meeting for your operations, a glue meeting for your finance team, a glue meeting for your marketing. As a leader, maybe you're only going to be in 3 or 4 of those glue meetings. I have multiple companies, so I'm in more glue meetings than if you only had one organization or one ministry. But what you'll do in those glue meetings is those glue meetings will give you the ability, it'll give you the ability to build a connection with your leader. One of the things I share with businesses often, I say, is if your team members don't know when they're going to get time with you, then they're going to come to you for everything when they need it. But if they know that you have time set aside every week for them, then unless it's an urgency, they can bring those things to that meeting. Every Monday at 9 a.m. So I have a 9 p.m., but I also have a 9 a.m. And I meet with one of the young leaders in our company, and this young leader, she goes through all the different events and programs that initiatives that we're moving forward. And she says, okay, Chad, we're working on this one. And what do I need to know from you? And I ask her, what do I need to know from you? Is there anything that maybe I missed? She'll say no. And then, okay, well, how do we navigate from here? And then we go through each one of them together. But by doing that on a Monday, I empower her for Tuesday, all day, the rest of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to move forward with confidence. Now, am I perfect at it? No. Can I improve at it? 100%. Will I improve at it? Absolutely. But these are the things, these glue meetings, they're the secret to building effective teams. Because if you're not involved in if you don't create these glue meetings where these key people have access to you, guess what happens? Chad, I need you for this. Chad, I need you for that. Chad, I need you for this. Chad, I need you for that. Chad, I need you for this. Chad, I need you for that. You get pulled in so many directions because they need your guidance. They need your insight as a leader. They need your wisdom. But you haven't given them a framework to operate within. These glue meetings, they are the secret to building effective teams. What areas of your organization or ministry needs a glue meeting? What else do they allow? They create communication and transparency and trust. Why? Because now the team knows every week, or that person knows every week, they're going to get time with you. They're going to be able to ask you questions. They're going to be able to work through why do we have to do it this way, or why should we navigate a different way? Organizations can't be led like the wild, wild west. They really can't, because think about it. If you're just showing up and, hey, you do this and you do that, and we'll come back in a month from now, you're not giving people guidance and leadership. What you're doing is you're turning them to do whatever they want. And when they don't do it the way that you wanted it done, or the way that was best for the organization, you can't be mad at them. You didn't give them leadership. You didn't guide them. You didn't direct them. The next is this. It encourages problem solving. Let me tell you the reason why. That leader that I mentioned to you that we do every Monday morning, that leader, when they first joined our organization, they were given a budget for an event that they were leading. And she came to me and said, Chad, I need this decision to be made. And I said, so-and-so, I'm not making that decision. Now, that may have seemed a little bit direct, but I knew what I was doing. I was encouraging her to make decisions. You fast forward today, only 3 years. 9 times out of the 10, I don't even need to be involved in the decision-making process anymore. Because what I did is I empowered her and encouraged her to make decisions, and let her know that if you make a decision, and let's say it was the wrong decision, if it doesn't sink the company and it's not going to put us in bankruptcy, then I want to encourage you to make decisions, because that's how we're going to grow, not by me making all the decisions. So now, why is that important? Because that's one person on my team. How many people do you have in your team? How many areas of your company or your ministry do you have? Picture if every one of them, for all the decisions, had to keep coming to you. That's the power of a glue meeting. You comprise them into an hour, half hour, and 90 minutes with that person once a week. They bring all the things that they got to talk through with you. It's a game changer. It allows expansion. It allows multiplication. It also creates accountability. Glue meetings create accountability because they know next week we're going to sit down and we're going to go through X, Y, and Z. We're going to want updates. What's an update from me? What's an update from you? What do you need from me? What do I need from you? That there's accountability there. So not only does it help increase communication and trust and collaboration, but it increases accountability. It increases effectiveness. It allows team members to know that what they're doing matters, because you're going to ask and they're going to ask, and we're going to keep each other accountable. Organizations that care about their people keep them accountable. Leaders that care about their people keep them accountable. If you think about this for a moment, think about the people who don't keep you accountable. Most likely those are the same people that are not really caring about your success. Because your success is about accountability. And I don't mean accountable in the sense that you're, rude and disrespectful. I mean accountable meaning, hey, we agreed on this. We want to accomplish and do something special together. Let's get this done. I'll show up next week and I had done X. You show up next week and you've done X. And guess what? We divided the work now and we multiplied the impact, because we were able to have a glue meeting that brought accountability and clarity and communication. And what's the power of a glue meeting too is it allows you to recognize contributions, celebrate wins with your team. I say this. There's a lot of people, a lot of organizations that they have meeting after 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 meeting, death by meetings. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying giving your people the ability, key people. This is not every person on your team. It's not possible to do that depending on the size of your organization. But key people in your organization, giving them time with you. so that you can grow. You see, what glue meetings do is it's a leverage multiplier. Write that word down. Leverage multiplier. I'll say it one more time. Glue meetings are leverage multipliers. And what I mean by that is this, is that because you have a glue meeting, it allows you to leverage your time to multiply your impact. Every Monday at 9 o'clock, we're going to meet up. We're going to go through the things you need from me, the things I need from you. Any clarity? Is there anything that I need to know? You know, one of our clients that we're coaching right now, they just brought in a new CEO to their company, and I'm working through that with them, creating glue meetings. Why? Because when they're having conversations with their new CEO that's running multiple companies, it's a very easy conversation to say, hey, so-and-so, what do you need from me? Hey, so-and-so, what do I need from you? Okay, let me give you some updates on things that maybe you're not aware of. That's the power of glue meetings. It allows people to catch up. So my question to you is, do you have glue meetings? Maybe you don't call them glue meetings. I'd encourage you to. I'd encourage you to use the master operating system. You can go on chadreyes.com and go to book resources, and you'll find there a picture of our master operating system. You can literally print it out and use that as a methodology of how to grow and how to build your organization in those 8 areas. If you go to the book, Awaken Your Potential, you purchase a copy of the book, or you get it on Audible, and in there I talk about these 8 areas. I talk about glue and vision and language and systems and metrics and people. But the truth of it is that glue meetings, I've found in my life, it's really one of the few things that allows me to be able to do the amount of things that I do, because I'm not worried about, did we talk about it? Did we not? I know on Fridays, I'm going to have my glue meeting with one of my key leaders at Wealth and Legacy Group. On Friday, I'm going to have my glue meeting with a couple of my leaders at Lions Pride Leadership. On Monday, I'm going to have it at our AI company. Like, it allows me to know that we're going to get FaceTime together. So powerful, right? I just want to give you some framework around a week that applies to glue meetings. Well, years ago, I heard a coach say this. They said, you want to break up your days into free, buffer, and focus days. Take that in. Free, buffer, and focus days. What is a free day? A free day is where for a 24-hour period of time, you do no work. I call that a Sabbath. But a free day, truly no work. What are buffer days? Buffer days is where you build in the glue meetings. Buffer days is where you have your meetings with your team. You prepare for that upcoming week. My buffer days are Mondays and part of Fridays. Mondays are full buffer day. Fridays for me as a CEO of multiple companies, my Friday, a half of that day is buffer meetings. And then the team will throw in some other meetings here or there. But I want to encourage you to build free days, buffer days, and then focus days. Focus days is where I'm working with clients, I'm seeing clients, or I'm doing the thing that is most required of me to see the success of my organization, my ministry, my business. See, when you build that ideal calendar, or the ideal schedule, and you build glue meetings into that ideal schedule, now what happens is you become much more intentional with how and who you get to impact. That's why it's the secret to effective teams. I want to just share with you the master operating system in wrapping up, because this is something that I've found to be very valuable. And as you're going into this new year and you're preparing and you're going to build glue meetings into your schedule, I just want to share with you this master operating system. There's 2 things that we use that I think would be very valuable tools. Both of them are on chadreyes.com/resources. The first one is the master operating system, and it's vision. So getting clear on where we're going. It's language, creating common language in your organization so that when people are talking, they understand immediately what they mean. I give this example often. If you and I said we were going to go travel, we're going to Orlando for a trip, and we said, okay, we're going to leave at the end of the year. We're going to leave the last week of the year, and now as we get closer to that time, we start speaking. But now you're talking in French, and I'm talking in Spanish, and someone else is talking in English, and someone else is talking in Portuguese. All of a sudden, we're no longer speaking the same language, and it becomes that much harder to accomplish a vision and a goal that we already agreed on. That's what happens so often in businesses, in ministries. So it's vision, language, systems. What systems do we need for finance? Systems for marketing and PR? Systems for business development? What systems do we need to put in place? Metrics, how to keep people accountable to the metrics that will drive the results and the outcomes that we're looking for. People, how do we develop our people? On previous leadership tables, I've talked about the 4 phases of leadership. Self-leadership is the most important part, because if you do that well, you've then earned the opportunity to develop your people in a larger capacity. Addressing issues, we did a whole leadership table on that. Customers, how do we go after the right customers, the ideal customers? And then today we focused on glue. In wrapping, I just want to share this last part. With organizations, we talk about the business model alignment. There's 2 parts to business value, the business model alignment. The first part is this: purpose, vision, and values. Organizations that are clear on purpose, clear on business vision and values, they are much more profitable and more fulfilled. I say that is the heart. So you have purpose, vision, values, that's the heart, and, not or, and. So heart and smart. Let me give you the smart side. Giftedness, strategy, and metrics. So what we have here is purpose, vision, values, that's the heart, and giftedness, the uniqueness of my team members, strategy in the areas of our business and ministries that need it, and then metrics. How do we keep them all accountable? How do we keep them all connected? When we take smart and we take heart and we combine them, we have powerful organizations that do powerful, powerful things. My friend, I just want to thank you for being on the leadership table. I want to thank you for allowing me week to week to come into your life, just share the stuff that we're talking about with leaders globally. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you so much. Until next week, I'm looking forward to spending time with you on the leadership table with Chad Reyes. Be well and God bless you. Hey there, my friend Chad Reyes. I am so excited about our radio show coming up, The Leadership Table with Chad Reyes. It's every Sunday at 6:30. Then we're going to go live on Monday at 6:30 so you could ask your own questions. Jump on in. We cannot wait to have you join us. It's going to be a time where I invite some of the greatest leaders I know to join me at a table. And what I've learned about a leadership table is that's where potential is released. Every Sunday, you want to join us. You want to be sitting at that table with us so that you can reach your potential, you can release it in others, and you can accomplish your dreams. My friend, like, share, comment, drop a comment. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. I just can't wait for you to be on with us. I cannot wait. And listen, hey, hit subscribe at our YouTube channel. Visit chadreyes.com/WMCA and you'll get all the details you need. I'll see you on the table.